entered a place of praise, a place of purpose, a place of progress. Welcome to Victory in Praise Church of Stockton, California. Hello everyone, this is Bishop Rufus Turner of Victory in Praise Church here in Stockton. I'm here to present our first small group Bible study lesson for the year of 2022. Happy New Year to each and every last one of you. We're so glad that God brought us over from 2021 to 2022. And this particular lesson, we're going to focus on a very unique parable that Jesus spoke to his disciples in the Word of God. It comes from Luke, the 16th chapter, verses 1 through 13, and I need to read that for you for your hearing, and hopefully it will provoke some wonderful, wonderful discussion. Listen to the Word of God. That's Luke, the 16th chapter, verses 1 through 13. It says, Jesus said to his disciples, "There was once a rich man who had a manager. He got reports that the manager had been taking advantage of his position by running up huge personal expenses. So he called him in and said, 'What is this I hear about you? You're fired, and I want a complete audit of your books.' The manager said to himself, 'What am I going to do? I've lost my job as a manager or a steward. I'm not strong enough for a laboring job, and I'm too proud to beg. I've got a plan. Okay, here's what I'll do. Then when I'm turned out into the street, people will take me into their houses.' Then he went at it. One after another, he called in the people who were in debt to his master. He said to the first, 'How much do you owe my master?' He replied, 100 jugs of olive oil. The manager said, 'Here, take your bill. Sit down here. Quick now. Write 50. To the next he said, 'And you, what do you owe?' And he answered, 100 sacks of wheat. He said, 'Take your bill. Write 80. Now here's a surprise. The master praised the crooked manager. And why? Because he knew how to look after himself. Streetwise people are smarter in regards than law-abiding citizens. They are on a constant alert, looking for angles, surviving by their wits. I want you to be smart in the same way, but for what is right, using every adversity to stimulate you to create survival, to concentrate your attention on the bare essentials so you will live, really live, and not complacently just get by on good behavior.' Jesus went on to make these comments. If you're honest in small things, you'll be honest in big things. If you're a crook in small things, you will be a crook in big things. If you're not honest in a small job, who will put you in charge of the store? No worker can serve two bosses. He'll either hate the first and love the second, or adore the first and despise the second. You can't serve both God and the bank." This is going to be a great discussion on this particular evening as we look at the unjust steward, because we're all called to be stewards of the Lord's goods, of his stuff. We're supposed to take his stuff while we're here in this unjust world, and we are supposed to work it to our benefit. This is what he's trying to let us know. we are sometimes not shrewd in our dealings while we're here on earth. Yes, it all belongs to God. Yes, He has entrusted it into our care. And yes, we're each going to come to an end of our stewardship. And yes, we're going to all have to give an account of what we have done with the Lord's stuff. Have you been shrewd with God's things to make it an increase in order to make it better, not only for God, but also for yourself? I noticed something about this Unjust. Now, he was unjust. Remember, don't ever try to make him just in your discussion. All of his dealings were unfair. And I want you to look at even when he found out he was fired. Because many times when we find out that we are fired, all of a sudden we stop and we seem like there's nothing we can do. We're at the end of the road. We feel doom and gloom all around us instead of waking up and realizing that God has placed something on the inside of us. If we would only wake up. When we were unsaved, we found ways to make things, to make ends meet and all these different things. And now that we're saved, we can't hardly figure out how to make anything meet. We just say, woe is me, woe is me. Well, it's time for us to wake up in the year 2022 and to start operating in different ways in order for it not only to be a benefit for God, but to also be a benefit for us. Because when He comes back, and He asked for your books, what did you do? Did you operate in faith when at the end of the road? Did you look toward the future? Or did you just lay out and say, it's just doom and gloom for me? Have a great discussion. You should find about 6 questions in regards to this parable that we want you to discuss as a group. We love you, we adore you, and we're looking for a great time to have here in the year 2022. God bless you. I'll see you Sunday or see you online. Either way, God is going to be good. Be blessed.
Thank you for joining us for our new small group series, God's Money Manager. Please be sure to join us on Sundays at 9 a.m. in the sanctuary, or you can join us online on our Facebook page or our YouTube channel.